Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. I want to give a shout out to my grandson Braden. I love you so much and miss you and think about you every day. So with all of that, let's get to crafting.
Here's DIY number one. So I don't remember how many half beads, but I have quite a few of them. I painted them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ivory, and then I decided it was too light and went over them with cashew. I had this cutting board in my stash. I got this a couple of years ago from Hobby Lobby when it was 75% off. And I'm just going to add some Mod Podge to the middle part of it. And I'm just going to rub it all in. And then I'm going to take a beautiful picture that Kathy Jo had sent me. She got it from decoupagenapkin.com. She knows how much I love chicken stuff. And oh my goodness, when I saw this, I couldn't believe it. It was so pretty. So I am just going to put it right over that Mod Podge. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more Mod Podge right on the top of it just to give it that protective coat. And after that, I'm laid out all of my half beads, and I am just going to use my Type On Quick and Thick multi-surface glue to go ahead and glue these in place. I love using this glue because you can still move them around as you go, and then it does harden up pretty quick, about 5 minutes. Once they were all in place and set, I went ahead with a small brush and my antique wax, and I'm just doing a little bit of distressing over those half beads and just making sure that that I didn't get it on my cutting board, just on the half beads. And then I took some ribbons and I cut them into 4-inch strips, and I'm just going to do a messy bow here, and I'm just alternating the different ribbons as you see, and I'm just going to keep doing that, keep building on top of it until I get each one of those in place. And then that ribbon right there was actually a lot wider. I cut them in half and cut the wire out of them because I needed just a little bit more color on that. So then I'm going to take some twine here, and I'm just going to wrap it around the middle, and I'm going to tie a knot, and then my little fluffy bow is all done, and I'm going to just glue it to the top part of my sign here, just on the handle. And that's all there is for this. Oh, I forgot. I added one more bead to the middle of my little bow. If you wanted to hang this, you could hang it with the hole, or you could add some twine on it. I'm just going to have this leaning against the shelf, so I didn't add a stand, but I just love how this is. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, today is the What Would You Make challenge. I host this on the fourth Sunday of every month, along with Christine with Divine Designs. And of course, we make everything with wood. And we have a special guest host this month. Her name is Janice. Oh my gosh, with Craftastic DIYs. She is my OG, one of my OGs. She's been around for a while. And make sure you check out her channel and show her some love, as well as Christine's. Okay, here is DIY number 2. I have this yogurt container, and I am going to cut a slit in it just so that I can cut around it. I didn't have one smaller, and I didn't want it to, what I'm making, to be as big, and so I decided to just use my big huge scissors that I got at Harbor Freight Tool, and it just cuts through this like butter. It was amazing. Then I'm going to take some tumbling tower blocks, and I'm just going to go around my container with my tumbling tower blocks. I decided to go ahead and alternate the colors there because I was trying to decide whether or not I was going to paint this, and I decided if I wasn't going to paint it, it would be best to just kind of go every other color there except for the back part, which has the same colors. But anyways, I'm just making sure that all corners are touching, and then I put my carton back there. And then I'm just going to continue building, just like you see. I'm just going to continue going all around, covering each corner with the next block. Then I'm just going to start using my Tite Bond glue and just glue those pieces in place, just like you see. And I normally use a little bit more glue than what you saw there. I kind of started out using a small amount, but then I just started adding a little bit more because I realized it's more than just the edges that's actually touching. So I'm just going to do this going all the way around. Now I made, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, a little like basket. I was recreating one of Kathy Jo's tumbling tower baskets. And the funny thing is while I was doing this, I was running some of Kathy Jo's videos just so that I could help her out since she's having issues with her dad right now. And I was watching one of her videos and she was making her Easter basket that's really similar to the way I'm making this, and I thought that was kind of funny. But anyways, as you can see, I just kept building up and just going all around my carton just like you see, and then just gluing everything in place. Then I'm going to take some of these rectangle wood pieces from Dollar Tree, the ones that come in the 6-pack, and I'm going to lay some tumbling tower blocks out on there, just alternating the colors like you see. And the ends do overhang the wood piece just a little bit on both sides and top and bottom. And then I'm just going to use my Titebond glue again to glue all of these in place. Hey guys, I'm going to have the link in my description box. There is a GoFundMe page for Kathy Jo's dad. If you don't know what's going on, her dad has a brain cancer and they're giving him about 3 months to live. And they have some needs, some financial needs. And so if you are able to donate and help them out, I know she would greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to have that link to that in my description box, so check that out. Okay, so once I had that covered, I did 2 of those, by the way. I'm going to take, 6 tumbling tower blocks, I think it is, and I'm going to go end to end, again, alternating the colors. I'm going to make 2 strips of these, and then I'm going to use my Fix-All glue and a little bit of hot glue here. And I'm going to glue one on each end on the inside of my tumbling tower blocks. And then, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm doing the second one here. And then after I had that in, I also made a strip of blocks with 3 blocks. And I'm going to use just hot glue here to glue that on the top of those. This hung a little bit too, but that was okay because you're not going to see it. Because I'm going to take those 2 rectangle pieces that I made. I'm going to take a square dowel that I have. I just marked it. I'm going to cut it where I marked it. I'm going to do this. I only do 1 of these. And then I'm going to glue it with my Titebond glue and a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to glue it right in that little crevice area between the wood piece and the blocks. And then after that was all set, I'm going to add actually I added clamps there to just kind of hold it in place for a few minutes to make sure that that glue is set. And then I'm going to take my Titebond glue and hot glue on the second rectangle piece, and I'm going to glue that to that square dowel so that we have kind of a V shape, as you can see me doing right there. And just held that in place for a few minutes. And then I took a round dowel that I got from Dollar Tree, I think, and I'm going to cut that down. I marked it. I'm going to cut that down, and then I'm going to use a lot of power there to get it cut. And then I'm going to use some Titebond glue and hot glue to glue that right in the middle of the top part of my roof. If you don't know what I'm making a wishing well. I thought it'd be fun to make a little wishing well planter. Years ago, Kathy Jo had to make a wishing well out of a cardboard, and I thought, oh, I've been wanting to make a wishing well planter, so this would be perfect. So this is what I'm making. And then I'm just going to add the Titebond glue and hot glue at the top of that strip of 3, and I'm going to put my roof right on top of it. And then I'm going to take some floral foam and I'm going to cut that down to fit right inside my little yogurt tub there. And then I'm just going to start filling it with my boxwood greenery that I love and some little teeny roses from Hobby Lobby. I love those roses. They're $2.99 for, I don't know how many you get, like 6 or 8 on a stem there, but they're just perfect for crafting, and I always get them when they're 40% off. But I'm just going to keep filling this in until it's all full, and then add my little flowers. I'm going to show you the price there. And I'm just going to add those in the middle, and that's all I did for this, and I absolutely love how this came out. I decided not to paint it as you can tell, and just kept it the alternating colors, and I love it. I just think it is adorable, and you'll see that here in just a second. I'm going to put my last set of flowers in, and there it is. How cute is that? I just love it. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment box below.
Well, today is the What Would You Make challenge. I know I said that a few minutes ago, but I love this challenge. You all know that have been here for a while that I love using wood in my crafting. And it's probably because my grandfather was in construction most of his life. So I think when I think of wood, I think of him. So it's very dear to my heart. But I also love using wood. It just seems so much more high-end, maybe more real. I don't know. But yeah, this is a fun challenge, and it is definitely one of my favorite challenges, and I hope you're enjoying it too. If you are new here, I just like to take this moment to welcome you. My name is Brenda, and this is my Oliver, and we are so glad you're here as well. And if you enjoy home decor on a budget, I would love it if you'd hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And for those of you who've already hit that red subscribe button, check it, make sure it's still subscribed, because you know what YouTube does sometimes. And then make sure that you guys comment if you like this video, hype it, share it, all that fun stuff. That really does help me out. And I truly appreciate every one of you that is here today. And I truly appreciate every one of you that come back and watch every one of my videos. So with all of that, I think we're just going to continue on with the video.
Okay, it is a time for celebration of your recreations, and look at this beautiful riser that Debbie made. I love it. It has lights in the middle. It is so pretty, Debbie. Thank you so much for sharing. And then we have Brandy made these adorable little pieces. They are so cute. Thank you for sharing these, Brandy. And then we also have Rochelle with Mercy Tree Studio. She made this blessed sign that was very similar to what I made, and I love it. Thank you so much, ladies. And if you have a creation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address, which is rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 3. So I have, I think, 5 of those 2 by 12 wood pieces from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to connect them all together using some of my giant craft sticks from Walmart. I'm just going to put some wood glue in the middle of them and hot glue on each side. Then I'm going to take, I think there's 5 tumbling tower blocks. So actually I'm going to take 10 tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to make 2 strips of 5, just gluing them end to end. And then I'm going to take 12 tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to make 2 strips of 6, hot gluing them end to end, just like you see. After that, I went over all of those with my Waverly Antique Wax. You just brush it all on and then use a paper towel to wipe off any excess and to blend it all in. Then I'm going to take one of these wood frames from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it with Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is black. Then I'm going to take my Titebond glue and hot glue, and I'm going to start gluing the 6 and 5 piece strips to my board here. And what we're doing is making kind of a picture frame, I guess you could say. And I'm just going to glue this to the bottom, and then I'm going to continue gluing all around. I'm going to glue to the top, and then I'm going to glue the sides on, and I'm using the Titebond glue and hot glue. Honestly, I should have just used the Titebond glue, because I do end up having to clamp everything down for a few minutes while that glue all set. And my husband went and got some big clamps that he had, and I was able to get them all clamped down, because you'll see that hot glue wasn't sticking there with the wax very well. So but once I had them all on there and clamped down, and really it only takes like 5 minutes at the most for that Titebond glue to set, I took my frame, my picture frame, and I'm going to use my Titebond glue again. I'm going around all the wooded pieces on the back of this frame. I'm going to glue it right into the middle section of this frame. And then after that, I'm going to take these little peat pots from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut one of them in half, just going really carefully so that I don't cut myself. And then I'm going to take some Waverly chalk paint in the color. I think that was either plaster or ivory. I think it was plaster. And I'm going to do a heavy dry brushing all along that peat pot just to kind of give it a little more detail and make it look a little nicer. And then I'm going to use my hot glue to glue it right inside of my wood picture frame that's in the middle of the big picture frame. And after that, I'm going to just take some more floral foam. I'm going to use a little bit of glue to stick it in place. And then I have these little flowers from Hobby Lobby as well. They come in like a little strip of 3. I'm going to cut them off of that, and I'm just going to start sticking them in. I think I did either, I think I did 3, maybe 4 little bundles of 3 in here, and just to fill it up. And after I filled it all up, I'm going to take some twine. I'm going to do just a finger bow, and I'm just wrap both fingers once, take that tail, wrap it around that strands between my finger, and then make that loop and bring that other piece through that loop and tighten. And then I'm going to glue that right in the front of my little pot there. And that's all I did with that. I'm going to make some hangers, or no, I'm going to staple in some hangers, and I'm just marking where I want to staple that in. And I'm going to take some twine. I'm going to tie some knots on the end and just use my stapler to staple them right in place, to staple it right in place. And that's all I did for this one. And you guys, I only got 3 projects done. This winter storm was making me feel lazy, and I couldn't get another one done, but I got 3 of them done for you. And there it is. You have to let me know what you think about this, and the final reveal is coming right up. There they are. Let me know which one was your favorite one today, and if you think you're going to try to recreate any of them. Make sure you check out Janice and her channel. Subscribe to her if you haven't already, as well as Christine and the playlist. And with all that, I hope you guys all stay safe and stay warm. I'll be back again on Thursday, so we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.